how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
You've heard Alex explain how the Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced colloidal silver solutions, yet many are unaware of the entire function of the Silver Lungs system and how it has been designed to deliver your silver solutions anywhere in or on the body. My name is Mario Cifaldi, and I'm the developer of the Silver Lungs generator. Not only does the Silver Lungs system produce endless colloidal and ionic silver solutions, it also comes equipped with the proper applicators and devices needed to deliver your silver solutions directly to key target areas. This includes the eyes, ears, nose, lungs, topically to the skin, and orally for the digestive system. Be sure to watch our new 7-minute video tour of the Silver Lungs system at www.silverlungs.com to learn more about how the Silver Lungs system works. As well, we are always ready to answer any questions you may have. That's www.silverlungs.com.
Hi folks, this is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal-Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
We now take you live to the Central Texas Command Center in the heart of the resistance. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
We're taking a ton of your phone calls with what you think was most important in 2010, what you think is going to happen in 2011 and beyond. Coming up here in just about 3 minutes. I wanted Dr. Paul Craig Roberts to finish up the statement that he was making. But, I mean, Doc, in the final equation, we're here, we live here. It's a global tyranny. This tyranny's been exported everywhere. There's continuity of agenda. There's really nowhere to run. We learned that the DEA is really just a secret arm of the CIA. I mean, we already really knew that, but now that's mainstream news. I mean, they're openly trying to start censoring the internet. That's being announced. I mean, it's crazy times are here, but doesn't it take tyranny to finally get people out of their morass?
Well, not necessarily. The Germans had tyranny, and they mainly accepted it. It doesn't generally bother you unless you get in their way. Hitler didn't put the whole country in camps. So I think we'll have to see what happens to WikiLeaks and its founder. We'll have to see what they do to the internet. People who think have turned away from the print and TV media, and they do rely on the internet, so that's a danger. We'll see if WikiLeaks and its leader can escape the clutches of the Americans, and if the internet can continue to present uncensored information, then we can continue our opposition. Otherwise, things just get closed down, and they've been very successful, as you emphasize every day, in closing things down.
Well, we're in for the fight of our lives, but I'm seeing a lot of positive people, and Ron Paul and Lou Rockwell and so many others that I respect with their historical understanding and their finger on the pulse. They certainly concur that we're going into a real, hardcore, very vicious, premeditated tyranny, but that there's also a big awakening happening. And, we've had a lot of tyranny and sedition acts before, but those have been reversed. I think stage terror is the ace in the hole, and we've confirmed that USA Today has Cal Thomas predicting massive car bombings, machine gun attacks all over the country, and we know that's not going to come from a real, organized Muslim threat.
Right.
And so they're gearing up for a major Pentagon Operation Northwood style event. But I think 9/11 Truth has really introduced the idea of false flag terror to the point that this isn't going to go the way they think it is.
Suits me. I hope they fail.
Well, what are you doing for the new year?
I'm just going to try to take it easy.
All right, Dr. Roberts. It's always great having you pop in. That's scary, though, that you think that the economy is going to continue to degenerate in 2011?
Yes, I think the downturn will renew because there's nothing to drive the recovery. And, of course, the deficits will get larger, and the Federal Reserve will monetize yet more of them. And at some point, there'll be some sort of problem with inflation and high unemployment at the same time.
Aren't we already starting to see that with oil going up and gold and silver and food on average? Corn's up almost 50%?
You may be.
All right, Doctor. Doctor, thank you so much for spending time with us. Briefly, tell folks about your newest book.
Well, it's How the Economy Was Lost, and it tells them exactly how the economy was lost. It's easy to read, short chapters.
You're an extremist. How dare you, father of Reaganomics, speak out against all the insanity that's happening? You're probably almost as bad as Ron Paul or the ACLU. Maybe we need to have some spies come look at you, huh?
They probably are, Alex. But, I don't have as large of an audience as you, so they'll get you first.
Yeah, I'm the canary in the coal mine. All right, God bless you. Have a great new year. We're going to win this thing.
Okay. Amen.
Take care, my friend. Have a good new year. There goes Dr. Paul Craig Roberts. What a character. We're in a morass, though, an area of muddy or boggy ground, a complicated or confusing situation. But we know the way out. Saying no to tyranny, yes to liberty, and getting the average person moving. Because Hitler at first only persecuted minorities, which was bad and wrong, but he beta tested it there with unpopular groups to set the precedent. Just like they say, oh, we're doing this to fight the Muslims, and then you get the internal documents. It's all about gun owners, veterans, libertarians, farming communities, because you are seen as independent. And then you got the good old boys are some of the biggest cheerleaders for the police state, because the globalists dangle the Muslim puppet in front of them and say, get the puppet, get the puppet. And then they just, kind of like a bull charging a red cape of the matador, they run right through the red cape, and there's the sword on the other side for them. It's really that simple. And that's a fact. And you wonder why everything's falling apart. This is globalism. It's designed to do it. Okay, let's go to your phone calls here. I want to take a lot of calls, and I haven't really done it yet today, but we're going to attempt it right now, so we're going to move quick through the callers. Sam in California, thanks for holding.
Hey, Alex. I just want to say, Happy New Year, and I'm going to be expecting the next book from the good doctor to be How We Won the Economy, because we're going to win this thing, I guarantee you. It's just a matter of time before everybody wakes up, and that's...
Well, I know this. We don't have a choice. I mean, this corruption is not like a Pinochet or something that was bad enough. These people are control freaks who want to remake society in the family and kill over 80% of us. And they're on, ladies and gentlemen, they're not playing games. This is a life and death situation.
Alex, they're going to try. And, to quote the late, great JFK, an error does not become a mistake until we refuse to fix it. And we're going to fix it. And the biggest event of 2010, in my eyes, is the awakening. it's not that subtle. It's a very big thing to have people being awakened to the events that are happening right before our eyes that we're being lied to about, like 9/11. And it takes time. If you remember, in the first following days of 9/11, how everyone went to the welders all throughout the United States went there to cut the steel and help remove rubble. It's just a matter of time before people realize which direction is the right way to point their patriotism.
Well, that's already starting to happen, and that's why the globalist stage events to take the goodwill of the American people and focus it into evil because they believe they're doing good. That's the globalist biggest trick. But we are gaining ground. We are reversing the tide. And I know this. If all the people I run into on the street weren't just listeners or viewers or, quote, supporters, and I know a lot of them are doing positive things, but if they got aggressive and put up flyers, started their own online radio show, went and brokered time on a local AM or FM on the weekend, went and did an Access TV show, ran for city council, ran for Congress, it's the educational process of putting out the alternative to what the globalists are doing. We can't just be against the globalists. That's important to identify them as the criminals. But we've also got to go in and say the solution is restore the republic. Take the Congress back. Hold these Republicans' feet to the fire. I mean, look, Dr. Roberts is down in the dumps because he's a smart guy. He can see how outrageous this is. He's awake. And so it's very painful to see people that aren't. But I've gone past that. I've learned, that I was once dumb as dirt, and I appreciate your buoying call. Very uplifting, Sam. God bless you. But I know it takes time to turn a big ship around. And we are beginning to turn it around. And the system knows that there is a fight over the wheel of the ship right now. And we are in a death struggle. We are in a life and death struggle against the forces of evil, against the corrupt, greedy, power-tripping armies that have combined forces together to engage in predator operations against free humanity. Humans are predators. And we've dominated the planet. And in the last 4,000 or 5,000 years, humans have set up societies, and in most cases, they set up a predatory system over the population. Now we have a high-tech version of that we will not survive if we don't get out of this. And we have to face that. And I'm making the resolution to refocus, redouble our efforts, intensify what we're doing in the new year. Because every day, every minute is precious. And there's still so much liberty and so much freedom that people are going to rediscover those old reflexes, and they are rediscovering them. It's very exciting. Let's go ahead. Well, I mean, finishing up with the point I was trying to make, and then I go off into other issues. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's just go back to calls. It's a kaleidoscope of ideas I want to cover. Let's talk to Chris in Washington. Chris, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex, thanks for everything you're doing. Amen to all that. It's just that, we are in a war for our minds and our lives alike. Some things in 2010 that, were pretty important. The obliteration of the Constitution has been going on for so long. I mean, 4th, 10th, Second Amendment, just hammering it away and now saying that it doesn't have any binding power. It's just ridiculous. The presence of TSA, I mean, they're everywhere now. And, it's just outrageous what's going on. The biggest events, though, probably the dollar value dropping, and Mr. Porter Stansberry's predictions for 2011. Probably, likely it's going to come around 2011, 2012. The biggest thing for 2011 though is hopefully the rate of people standing up. Like I've been saying for so long, just waking up is one part, then going out and actually doing something is way more important. I try as much as I can to get the word out, and people are just so, what was that Stansberry was saying, normalcy something, they just don't want to believe it. It's ridiculous.
Well said, Chris. Appreciate your call. But have you noticed that whenever we stand up and speak out and fight back, they back off, just like with the TSA. They back off for a while because when we're ready to give them a